The orchestra program here started 3 years ago. Lenar, a 17-year-old with a violent criminal background and the scars to prove it, was one of the first to join. Although in the beginning, he didn't believe the program was for real.
I thought it was a lie.
Why? ¿Por qué?
Because I never thought that they would trust me with an instrument. I figured they thought I would steal it.
But he didn't have to. The orchestra gave him a clarinet. Tell me what it was like the first time you picked it up to play it.
It's completely different than when you hold a gun. There's no fear.
Do you think that your life today is different because of the clarinet, because of the orchestra?
Yeah, a lot. The music taught me how to treat people without violence.
That's a lesson that's being taught in some of the worst neighborhoods in Venezuela, like this sprawling shantytown that overlooks Caracas, a place called La Vega, where poverty, crime, and despair are epidemic. This is where my Girlchoir works every day, teaching children how to sing.
They came from here, from La Vega. And all of my child lives here in this area and in that area too. They are the
No
poorest.
middle-class children here.
No. In my class, we have only poorists.
And each child in Troya's class starts the day this way and this way. The singing part of the orchestra is known as the choirs. Troya, who's been with the program 3 years, works with the children to build their confidence and self-esteem. Singing, she says, takes them away from their everyday lives. You know, music doesn't change the conditions, the physical conditions that we see here.
Doesn't change, but they change their souls and their minds. And that's most important. It's very important to change everything. And by the music, we do.
It's changed life in places like Girlchoir, a small town in Venezuela's cattle country, where the orchestra operates from a building that used to be the local jail. Dr. Abreu told us that if we came here, we would see something amazing. And he was right. Everywhere, clusters of children were practicing their instruments and studying the language of music. Every space in the courtyard was being used as each section of the orchestra practiced at the same time in the same place. I've heard you say several times that the orchestra is a vehicle of social change. How has it changed this town?
It encourages families with children in the program to expect the best from them. This orchestra is the soul of this town. It is the spirit of the town.
The National Youth Orchestra has been described as the soul and spirit of Venezuela. The night we heard them, their performance included Wagner, Tchaikovsky, and Mahler. But the crowd favorite was Malambo, a South American work that's become the orchestra's signature. They play it with passion and exuberance. This is a sight that in classical music is rare. More than 200,000 Venezuelans have passed through Dr. Abreu's orchestra program. When he started it 25 years ago, people said he was dreaming. He still is.
I'm dreaming now about a worldwide system of youth orchestras.
So today Venezuela, tomorrow the world.
Yes, that's how it is.
We're going live to Caracas to hear Maestro Abreu's TED Prize wish.
I wish that you helped to create and document a special training program for 50 gifted young musicians passionate about their art and social justice and dedicated to bringing El Sistema to the United States and other countries.
And when you look at what's happening in those Venezuelan classrooms, the whole energy is way above what we expect in a rehearsal room in the US.
It's often expressed that it's going to be really difficult to create El Sistema centers in the United States. Yet Dr. Abreu says, you have so much here. It should be so easy. And when you think of how little there is in Venezuela, we have no reason to believe that we can't do it.
Ya no la sociedad al servicio del arte, y mucho menos al servicio del monopolio de élites, sino el arte al servicio de la sociedad, al servicio de los más débiles, al servicio de los niños, al servicio de los enfermos, al servicio de las clases vulnerables y al servicio de todos aquellos que requieren, a través del espíritu, la reivindicación de su condición humana y la exaltación de su vida.
It's not about producing exceptional musicians, which you end up doing anyway, but the goal is creating exceptional human beings who contribute to their community. So one of the measurements that we used were the school district's MAP scores. And our kindergartners in the fall were under the district-wide average in reading and in math. In the winter, they jumped to 55%, which was the highest score in the district. So we're really excited about next year. We've already heard word back that we received funding to help expand the program to first grade. We'll have 130 students playing violin next year between kindergarten and first grade.